Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. This is Howard on second down, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
He'll look to throw, and he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rolling to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice exit. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Leopard! Gun!
Operating from the gun. Watts eluding the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Let's go! Blue 90.
They're going to try and throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll set up a throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
He'll drop to throw. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Off play action. Watts. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
From from the gun on third down. Watts. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 33 and a first. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And now here come the Ravens. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Right back to him on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse.
It's a foot race. The 30. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up.
Under review.
I don't know that I want to name it, but... They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. McManus's point after is good, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Off the play fake. Watts. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw on second down. Watts escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, Watts buying time to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Like 50, like 50.
From the gun, Watts flushed to it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Operating from the gun, Watts into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on first down. This one left side caught by Berrios. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And McManus able to put it through. We have hit half. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Going deep for Hopkins. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Dolphins. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
to 6. Now let's go. 3, 9.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Looking to throw on second down. Watts. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Butler. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give to Howard. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
To throw on 2nd down. Watts going deep for Hopkins. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey. Four down. He's mine. Detroit! Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. No. Check, Patriots!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Luke Kuechly coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. So now here come the Dolphins. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watts eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 23 yards on the play.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute, But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Hurry up, here we go.
Again, it's Howard. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting?
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Watts escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there, 83 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Operating from the gun, Watts. A quick throw, but incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Berrios, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Green 39.
They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Back to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. T.J. Watt able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watts. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gun!
From the gun, Watts. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Oh, now Hopkins slow to get up here. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Watts forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Rodriguez. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through places.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that could be...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they've left their defense with no margin for error.
No, 0. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You've really put them in an impossible situation because at the least you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to